Okay, number 34. This picture shows scratches in bedrock that were caused by a moving glacier. These scratches are called glacial striations. Okay, so let's just define some terms here real quick. Bedrock is like the ground below the soil. Okay, so what you have, and then you have these glaciers, these huge sheets of ice that cover the earth, and what happens is they'll melt, and so they'll disappear, and then they'll regrow, and they'll do that in the same place over time, and it makes these scratches in the ground, in the stone that makes up the bedrock. Okay, and so it says glacial striations, meaning these stripes where these glaciers were formed and then melted and formed and melted in the bedrock of South Africa indicate that glaciers once moved across the African continent. So we don't normally think of glaciers, big frozen sheets of ice, being on Africa, okay? The presence of glaciers on the surface of Africa is evidence that tectonic plates under Africa was closer to the South Pole at one time. So if the tectonic plates of Africa were closer to the South Pole, that would mean it could be cold, okay? And cold enough to have glaciers over a long period of time. So what we're getting at here is evidence for Alfred Wegener's continental drift. You remember that he had the different evidences, the puzzle piece fit, the fossils, and then land formations like these striations. So they found these glacial striations in Africa, the continent of Africa, which suggested that it had to be cold there a long, long time ago. And that's proof that the tectonic plates had moved from the South Pole. Okay?